it's your boy Mikito. I've been grinding gangs for hours. My POV is better than yours. Today, I want. I am really, really sad and excited at the same time. Today, we will talk about the latest statement from Mark Rabin on xDefiant, the executive director, and we will read it together and I'll share my opinion with you guys. Okay, no intro, there is no actually plan on the video, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. Hello xDefiant fans, I've got an update for you and it's a big one. We want to explain further what we haven't given a specific date yet for our launch. And sometimes full transparency is like drinking from a fire hose, so you hope you are all thirsty. First thing first, here's a detailed description of how the submission process goes. Submission is the part of development where we give the game to the first parties, Sony, Xbox, etc., to check that the game works correctly in their environment. To get to that, we have to self-test with internal QA compliance teams to try and find any issues that might get flagged in the submission process. Once we have fixed or completed all of the tasks that think we need for submission, we then spend about 2 or 3 weeks preparing and validating a candidate master that we think is the final version of the game for submission. It then goes through 1 week of heavy QA compliance testing by several Ubisoft teams. If it passes, then it goes to the first parties to be certified for release. First parties take a week to get their final report on the submission and give us a pass or not pass with a list of must fixes for the next submission. Also, to be clear, during the submission process, the QC team in Ubisoft are putting their build through the ringer looking for functionality bugs, and another team at Ubisoft, divided up into PC, Sony, and Xbox groups, are looking for compliance bugs. These are two different types of bugs. Functionality means, does this gameplay feature work as intended? There is a bug where the damage from your weapon is altered after using a certain ability. That's an example. This is not something the first parties will be looking for unless, of course, it prevents them from testing. Those are on us to find. Compliance bugs are ones that relate to the systems and overall experience that the first parties expect from games on their platform. Example, are trophies being properly tracked? Is my friends list properly updated with game status? After we get a pass from first parties, we are then ready to ship and need probably 1-2 weeks before launching depending on the date of the pass. If we don't pass, then we need to spend about a month fixing the issues that came up from the submission and repeat the above process. Holy fucking shit. Where are we in this? At the end of July, we started this process and we got our first results back by mid-August, which was a not pass. We realized then that we had more and more work related to compliance than we had anticipated. If the HAD passed, then we would have been able to ship at the end of August. But it didn't, so we have spent the last 3-4 weeks fixing those issues and getting ready to do another submission. We are currently in the CM prep part of the process and will hopefully be submitting the first parties in less than 2 weeks. If that passes cleanly, then we could be looking for our mid-September release. This is, however, a likely scenario where it was a conditional pass, meaning that we have to do a 1-day patch with some final fixes to ensure compliance. If we need to do that day 1 patch, then that pushes our date to early mid-October. Oh my god. So why no firm release date? If we were following the standard rule for game releases, we will have set a date far enough in advance with enough buffer to have a confident release date. However, like a lot of things with this game, we have not chosen the typical route. Having millions of people play your game long before it's ready is not normal. Not being afraid to show an unfinished game to millions of people with all its flaws is not normal. These were just real tests and not just marketing events. So when it comes to when we release, the real answer is as soon as we can, and we will continue to update you with more info when we have it. To conclude, we set out since the concept of this game to be more transparent with our community and to listen to our players and act on their feedback. We even shown that we will add features in the middle of development based on player request. Map voting, which is now like an SND-like mode and is coming later, are two examples of this. We want this to be your game. I know that's a lot of info, so thank you for taking the time to read it all. I know it's been quite a journey to get this point, and I want to thank every single person that has joined us along the way. We really can't wait to go live and share our passion and love for xDefiant with everyone. Hope to see you all soon in game. Mark Robin. I think the message is pretty clear, right? So we are not getting the game now. We are already September 18th, so we are already mid-September. So I don't think it's going to come yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to pop in October. And this is my statement about this. I don't think that xDefiant is ruined or doomed, but I think that even if there were a million of players that were playing xDefiant, most of the people played xDefiant because COD was so trash this year. Many of the COD players are really disappointed by what COD did, and the thing that is really interesting is when is the perfect time for them to release, because we actually all want them to blow up, and I want them to overpass Call of Duty. This is what I want from xDefiant. If they are dropping mid-October, in my opinion, they need to release it after the Modern Warfare 3 beta, because otherwise not many people will play it as expected, and I want this game to blow up more than COD. And the thing is, being in competition with a huge company like that is very hard to compare or to be better. For example, I'm gonna switch to the MMORPG. Everyone knows World of Warcraft, but if you're an MMORPG player like me, you can say many MMO games, but everyone knows World of Warcraft. As soon as you talk about FPS, you're going to talk about Counter-Strike or about COD, and this is the major problem here. I think that xDefiant will came up strong, but they are releasing really late. As it has been told in the statement from Mark Robin, it's not actually their fault for real. Through the leaks and the information that I had, Sony rejected xDefiant. This is why they are in this process. Thank you, Sony. This is why, Sony, you lost COD and you lost almost everything. Go do your things with God of War and leave us alone. Microsoft team over here, as you can tell, I used to be an Xbox kid, so fuck Sony. I only went to Sony when they bought the rights for COD, but otherwise, I hate this franchise. Anyways, I think they are releasing that very late. They are releasing that very late, not in the best conditions, because end August will have been perfect. Because there is a huge hole in the gaming community between July to October. There is actually no release. There is nothing. This is the best period to actually release a game. Period. I think you get me. That was my statement. xDefiant is really late, but I hope they will be able to provide us a good game and something really interesting. Let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? Will xDefiant will blur properly or not? Tell me. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because soon as xDefiant drops, I will be your favorite FPS content creator. Goodbye.